Hey, what's up everybody? Brent from Brenspeed. Thanks for watching Brenspeed TV. Hey, if you haven't, please subscribe and notify to stay up to date on cool videos like this. I'm excited. It's GT350 week here at Brenspeed. Behind me I have a 2018 GT350. We're gonna check out five being built here right now. This is an 18, it's got a Gen 5 Whipple. Don't worry, in a little bit we'll dyno this car so you can check out the numbers. Here's what we have going on. If you like what you see, you can always email quote@brenspeed.com to find out how much your 350 or GT500 or Mustang or anything else costs to be built, or give us a call, 574-594-9559. Enough of that. That was my sales pitch. But now let's check out some cool rides. They're my favorite. Right here we have a 2018. I have Doug with me today. Let's check it out, the Gen 5 Whipple. So a lot of you have heard about this, and this is pretty much what you can get right now. So it used to be the Gen 3, now I switched to the Gen 5. Straight up skipped Gen 4, but this is what it looks like. And this is a typical build. We're gonna walk around the shop and look at a bunch of 350s, but you're gonna see they're built pretty much the same way. We always upgrade the cooling. So we have a larger radiator, rear cylinder head cooling kit, we do a cooler thermostat, and of course the Whipple Supercharger. We also do billet oil pump gears on this car right here, and all the others you're gonna see. Now every car that comes in gets something a little bit different, like this one got half shafts, maybe you want a drive shaft. So they're all slightly different, but as far as the engine goes, it's pretty much the same. We love the Whipple Supercharger, it makes good power, and of course you've gotta do the cooling mods. Cooling mods are key to make the car last, make good power, but here it is. This is an 18. We're gonna go look, I guess, at 4 more, actually 4.5. So in a minute, you're gonna understand what the half is. But Doug, let's walk out in the shop. Let's check this out. Then we're gonna come inside, make a pull on this, and wrap this up. So we're gonna go in our shop right now. There's gonna be more than just GT350s out here. But here's what we have today. So right here, this is a 19 GT350. And it's just basically getting started for the Whipple install and all the other cool mods. Dom's getting it tore down right now. And we're gonna go over, actually I wanna show you, so the nose always comes off the car, start turning things down, but this is a typical pallet right here. So when your 350 comes in and you're getting ready to get some mods, this is a really nice build. So it looks like he's getting a Whipple. They come in 2 boxes. He's getting Cook's headers and mid-pipe. Looks like some Borla catback. We're doing billet oil pump gears. We'll do an oil change, of course, when we do that, and then all the cooling mods. So our Adler radiator, rear cylinder head cooling kit, getting some purple ice, help keep the temps down a little bit. Let's do a walk around here and see what we have going on. I really like the color on this car right here. And it's stripe delete. You don't see that very often, so I think that's really cool. 3-valve Mustang right here, just getting built. We won't talk about that much, but it's getting a 302 long block, Paxton HO supercharger. That will make really good power. Come over here, Doug. So this is a 17 350. Really love the color of this car. But again, Gen 5 Whipple. We built this one 2 days ago. It's got the big radiator, rear cylinder head cooling kit. Of course, billet oil pump gears. Same package I showed you on the first car we were looking at. And that's pretty much every car we're gonna see in here, except for maybe one. They get pretty much the same package. But look at this. Remember I said the half? Here's the half. 1980 Mustang, GT350 Voodoo engine with the Gen 5 Whipple. I cannot believe this fit in this. This thing came out so good. I'll do a whole video on this car, but it's pretty much wrapped up. I just need to get time to do a video on it. But that is clean. That's a clean install. And inside of this car is awesome. I can't wait to show you. Push to start, everything. This car is fabulous. Right here, 19, another 19, R. Gotta love the R. I have the door open because I want you to take a peek. Doug, if you don't mind, Watson Racing, little roll bar in the back. So the R always comes with a rear seat delete. So why not? Put the Watson Racing roll bar in the back. It looks really good. Really, it's not very expensive to do that. I love the interior on these cars. And let's say you have a normal GT350, you don't have an R. We can do the rear seat delete just like the R with that Watson roll bar. So if you don't have a bunch of kids you got to put in the back, well, you only can put 2. If you don't have any kids you're going to put in the back, great thing to do. I want to show you something on the 19. This is cool. If you watch my 2020 GT500 video I put out last week, I showed you the hood pins on it. So on the 19 350s, this does share a same part as a 2500. So if you check this out. So right here, it has provisions for the hood pins. So on a 19 350, this shares the same part with a 2020 GT500, but no hood pins. So for performance, if you're listening, we'd love to see this become available to install and make this have the same setup as a 2020 GT500. Provisions are there, so why not? It's pretty smart to share a part like that, saves a little bit of money. Right here, so 16 350. Here's why I love this car right here. This was the very first Whipple we installed on a GT350, and it's back. I will do a whole video on this car. Probably gonna have this thing finished, hopefully next week. Next week is Christmas, so we're not gonna be in here all week, possibly the week after, but built engine, sleeved engine, big boost, E85. This is still running actually a Gen 2 Whipple, so it's an older supercharger. We're targeting about 900 to the tires with this. We'll see where it comes out. Everything I just showed you is the new Gen 5 Whipple because that's pretty much what's available right now. But this is the old Gen 2. First Whipple we ever installed in the 350. So I really like this car. And like all the others, got all the cooling mods. This has a return style fuel system. Of course, headers, full exhaust. But we'll get more into this later. We'll get more into this. I'll do another video on it. I just want to kind of walk through the shop, show you all the 350s being built this week. But right now I'm going to go find George. We're on a dyno cell. I'm going to make a rip on this white 18 that's in here. And we'll check out the numbers of the Gen 5 Whipple Supercharger. I got George. It's dyno time.
Yeah.
All right, let's get it together. All right, here's what we have. 751 rule horsepower, 8,000 RPMs. That's where George ran it up to. Torque came in at 512, and what I like about this, at 4,500, we're over 500 all the way across the board. We're down to 8,000 RPM. Boost came in 11 PSI, right at red line there. So sick setup. This is set up for 93 octane. I love it. So it's 18 GT350, has our basic package, 750 the tires. A little bit on the Gen 5. So let's talk about Gen 3 versus Gen 5. When Whipple released the Gen 5, there wasn't a lot of information out there on how much better is it. You know, I call them and say like, you know, what's going on here? And the word was it was going to be as good as the Gen 3, maybe a little bit better. I think 750 the tires on this car. Most of these make 730-ish to around that. It is a little bit better than the Gen 3. But where this thing's going to shine is when you start turning up boost. This was designed for big power. So down the road, like all these Gen 5 GT350s you're looking at, when you decide I want to turn the power up a little bit more, that supercharger is going to be a lot more efficient, and that's what I'm excited about. But they just came out, so it's going to take a little bit of time for these guys to drive their cars and decide I want a little bit more power. Maybe I want 85, maybe I want to go crazy. Who knows? It's going to be awesome, killer supercharger setup. There's something else I want to hit on the GT350 is what I call rumors. And it's really not just on GT350s, it's Mustangs in general. But I don't spend a bunch of time watching other people's videos. I try to make you guys videos, and I try to reply to all your comments. So as always, leave a comment, I'll try to reply to it. But I do see some comments out there where people maybe that probably don't have GT350s, they maybe read about something negative. They'll say, don't supercharge a GT350, you'll have an engine problem. I'm not a believer in that, and here's why. So I don't care if you have a 3-valve Mustang, you have a normal Coyote, you have a 350, you have a 500, there's always a turd in the bunch. There's always someone out there, honestly, driving the car like a complete asshole. And what happens is, yes, you could have engine problems, but there's five GT350s in here getting built right now, very similar packages, and that's what we always do. We do these on a weekly basis. I try to make videos on a lot of the cars. I don't have time doing all of them, but we just don't see engine problems on these. So, like I said, whether you have a 3-valve Mustang, a Coyote, 500, whatever, sure, you might run into someone with a problem, and you might read about it online. And of course, the guy that loves his car typically doesn't get online and post about it. It's the guy that has a problem. So I don't know. I feel like all these 350s wouldn't be getting built if there's a serious problem. We do it all the time, and we wouldn't be doing it all the time if there's a big problem doing it. Sure, always a turd in the bunch. I don't care what it is. It might be a truck, Camaro, Mustang. There's always going to be a little bit of a problem. But not really. It's just, I don't know, a small percent. So I love GT350s. Thanks for watching this. Leave a comment. I'm going to do a little bit more walking around. So if you're still watching this, I think we go back out in the shop and I show you the other cars that we didn't take a closer look at. But 350 is my favorite car. I'm excited to have all these around me today. This has been a great week here at Brenspeed. Don't forget, quote at brenspeed.com. How much does my car cost to get built? Or give us a phone call. Leave that comment. Now let's go back out in the shop. Let's look at an F100. Let's look at some Coyote swaps. It's going to be cool. Let's go do it. Oh, and something else. I love walking out in the shop when we're filming and not tell them we're filming to see if they freeze like deer in headlights or how they react. Let's go check out some cool rides. All right, we already saw the 19. So something I want to tell you about, I mentioned a little bit earlier, this 3-valve Mustang. It's actually a Steeda Mustang. Steeda's out of Florida. So that's pretty cool. 3-valve Mustangs in here all the time, but not that often an actual Steeda Mustang comes in. Let's go take a quick look at the engine compartment. Let's get in our stage 3, I believe 302 long block, HO supercharger. Dom's eating lunch. How's it going?
Good.
All right, Ford performance manifold, upgraded fuel system. Here's what's cool about a 3-valve. We make a lot of power in a 3-valve Mustang. So if you have one, you own it, it's paid off, you love it. It's already got a bunch of suspension on it. You can do like a 326 long block or 302 long block. It's getting the HO packs, and like I said, of course, headers, everything. Pretty easy to make 600 to 700 real horsepower on a 3-valve, which is pretty cool. Because that engine from the factory, stock, only made like 260 real horsepower. So huge gains. Thanks, Rylan.
Yep, no problem.
Over here, like Fox body. So here's what we have going on with this. Fox body Mustang. Just put it up today. We're getting ready to do a Coyote swap. I think right now we have maybe 5 different cars ranging from 60s all the way up to, I think, a 98 getting Coyote swaps. So this is going to get the Gen 2 Coyote manual transmission, all motor, not supercharged. That'll be a really sweet ride. This is the engine right here. It's a used drivetrain, so we can do these buying brand new drivetrains. We have something pretty cool. We have a 98 GT that's not on the lift right now in here. Getting a Gen 3 Coyote with an automatic, a 10R transmission. That's going to be a cool car. But this is getting a Gen 2 manual tranny. I'll do videos on this in the future. These Coyote swap builds take a little bit of time, but they're well worth it. I love a Coyote because you get such good drivability, over 400 horsepower, all motor, right out of the box. Car will drive awesome and make really good power. Another 3-valve Mustang right here. It's an NA build. So we originally talked to this client. He was maybe thinking doing a 326 long block, maybe doing a supercharger, doing some big like 700 real horsepower power, like you see in a lot of our other 3-valve videos. And in the end, he's like, man, I just kind of want to do an NA build. So we're doing ported heads, camshafts, manifold, everything. Pulleys, headers, pretty much everything you can do to make max power, all motor of a 3-valve Mustang. This car will come out really nice. And it's got a lot of good parts on it. So if you want to add the supercharger later, you can. You can do it on the stock engine or take those ported heads, put them on a built engine, add big boost, make big power. Of course, here we go again, my favorite color. But I want to show you something I didn't show you on the R. Actually, I'm just going to tell you. On this R, GT350, the reason it's being taken apart right now, but we're having the supercharger painted to match the stripes. So I'll do a video on that car in the future so you can see it. What's really cool about when we do the Whipples are we have options. We can literally paint match that in-house to match your car exactly. I mean, to a T, or match your stripes, whatever you want to do. So we're going to do that on that R model. Let's go look at this F100 over here. This F100's been here for a little bit. It's because things keep getting added. I literally think we install power windows in this truck. I mean, we're doing like everything to it, but this is something funny. It came in today. I was like, George, what is that? So, I know what they are. I was really surprised to see them come in. So we're basically tubbing this truck. And the reason we're doing it is we're gonna have some huge rear wheels on the back of this. And it's for a reason, it's because the power this truck's gonna be making. So when this thing's wrapped up, of course, I'll give you a lot of info on it, but this thing's turned out awesome. I wanna show you the engine up here. Of course, Whipple Supercharged, Gen 2 Coyote swap. Pretty much wrapped up, but here we have, so this is running the Gen 3 Whipple, the Gen 2 Coyote. A lot of gens, you know. We got gens, we have gens on engines, gens on superchargers. Gets confusing. I have a little trouble sometimes keeping track of it, but you know, well over 800 horsepower here. That's why we're gonna have some huge wheels, some super sticky tires on the back of this truck, and this thing is gonna be awesome. I can't wait till it's finished. So if you have any questions, always leave a comment. I'll do my best to answer. And then that's pretty much it for today. I just kind of wanted to walk out in the shop and show you a few things I had in this building right now that were being built. And hey, as always, subscribe and notify us, stay up to date. Thank you so much for watching. GT350 week here at Brenspeed. Have a good one. Merry Christmas.